Everyone, welcome back to Common Underground. I'm your host, Common. Thanks for tuning in. So, yeah, today's election day. Donald Trump looks like he got the win. He looks like he's getting the W. For all you Trump fans out there, congratulations. I hope you guys are happy. And you Kamala fans out there, hey, listen, it's not the end of the road. He's got 4 years. Like I said before, 4 years is not a lot of time. He's obviously going to double down on a lot of things he said he wants to do. He wants to fix the broken systems. He wants to fix the border. I understand that. That makes sense. So yeah, I'll power to him. I mean, listen, I have nothing against him doing things that are right for America. Like a border is important. Every country needs some sort of border. You know what I'm saying? I live in Europe and we do have like open border and stuff like that, but there's still checkpoints. Like it's not just completely open. That being said, I had no issues with Donald Trump being the president, and I would not have had issues with Kamala Harris being the president, to be honest with you. Both of them need to focus on inflation, and we know that. For Kamala, could she have done it? Yeah, because she started it. So, I mean, she's responsible for the inflation in America in a lot of ways. Not completely, but in a lot of ways. So, if you start something, you should have the opportunity to finish it and fix it. But him, I think he'll do fine with fixing inflation. He's a businessman. He knows how all that works. So I do I do give him credit for a lot of his decisions in terms of how he handles the U.S. currency and helps the economy. Do I think she could have done better? I don't know, but I guess we'll never know. Unless she runs in 4 years, she may win if she runs in 4 years from now. Who knows? That being said, shout out to Donald Trump. Congratulations so far. Unless some type of miraculous miracle happens, it looks like he's going to win. Let's jump into the graffiti artist of the day. I'm going to give it to Caesar. Caesar is pretty dope. I never seen graffiti as detailed as his, to be honest with you. At first, I thought it was AI generated graffiti, but it isn't. It's real graffiti. He's pretty badass. Um, I don't know where he's from. I don't know anything about him. I just see his graffiti populate on all my timelines every other day because I'm in all the group chats and group pages for all the graffiti artists around the world. So shout out to Caesar. You were a badass. You get graffiti artist of the day. Congrats. So going back into broken systems, like I said, I hope Donald Trump focuses on those systems. One being the VA. I have a lot of friends who are homeless and other friends on the cusp of being homeless, and that concerns me. These vets do need attention. I am a veteran, again, like I said, and mental health is a real serious problem in America for veterans and including regular, everyday American citizens. The reason I say that is because I understand the way the world works. If you're poor, you're going crazy. Your mind is going nonstop out of control. How to make money, how to take care of your family, how to feed your kids, how to find a better job, or how to get a second job. And it weighs down on you heavily. You don't sleep, you have anxiety, maybe get panic attacks, and a lot of times medication might be your source of feeling better or smoking marijuana. But at the end of the day, uh, once that bed's undone, you're not going to make it with medication. You need therapy, you need help, and you need things to get better. At the end of the day, I can feel like crap about any scenario going on in my life, but smoking a joint or taking some medication is not going to fix the problem. What's going to fix the problem is things getting better in my life. And again, sometimes things suck because they just suck. And it is what it is. And it's not about fixing it, it's about fixing you. The reason I say that is because resilience is the number one key to success. If you can bounce back from any situation, then you're going to succeed. And that being said, I'm not the most resilient person. I do get upset. Things do piss me off. I harbor a lot of my anger. I have a very aggressive personality because I'm an alpha male. But for me to bounce back from stuff, what I like to do is to think about the worst time in my past that I have went through. May it be something in war, may it be something in my childhood, just the worst day of my life. Think about that, and I'm like, well, that was a shitty scenario that I put myself in. Because for the most part, a lot of things that we go through is stuff that we put ourselves through. And if we had chosen a different door, we might have had an easier path. But a lot of times we choose the wrong door and we get fucked in the long run. That goes with trusting people, that goes with trusting businesses, that goes with messing around on your old lady or things like that. You make that decision. You have to lay in the bed that it creates. So if you can't bounce back from your situation, then you're going to suffer from that. And like I said, I go back to my worst day, and I think, well, man, I made it through that. I made it through. It was hard, but I made it through. And now I look at whatever I'm going through right now and I compare it to that worst day in my life. I'm like, well, this ain't shit compared to that. So that's basically how I deal with it. I'm like, well, if I made it through that, I'm not even going to worry about this. This is a walk through the park. So that's the way I deal with my mental health and being resilient. If it works for you, I'm happy to giving you that advice. If it doesn't work for you and you have a different route that you like to go when it comes to you getting your mental state straight, then go for it and maybe share it with me. Maybe I'll try it. But yeah, so that's what I got. I do want to give a shout out to all the folks out there who subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do understand that a lot of people don't mess around with YouTube anymore. I got that. I do appreciate you guys, and I'll be completely candid with you guys. What I want to do here is not so much as I'm making money. I have no interest in making money. It's not because I'm rich. It's because I enjoy what I do. I like creating art. I like talking to everyone. I like talking about art. I like, giving people props for what they do. And I'm just an open minded person. You know what I'm saying? So the reason I'm doing this is because I'm creating a brand. This is the way you got to create a brand. It's not because I'm trying to be successful. I'm already successful. The way I look at it is I'm 41 years old and I'm still alive. I've made it through hell. I've gone through some horrible, horrible things. I made it on top. And money doesn't mean success. Healthy kids mean success. A healthy life means success. You know what I'm saying? So when I say I'm successful, that's what I mean. I mean that like I've done it. I've done it. I created a life where I'm fulfilled. I'm happy with what's around me. I don't need more. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'll ever have less. I think I'll always have more only because I've done all the right things to get where I'm at. So, that being said, money is not the means for success. It's you. Focus on you, grow yourself, be the best you can be, and that's how you do it. For me personally, I had to go through a lot of crap to stop and focus on myself, and that's one of the reasons why I got out of the military so young. I did 17 years, but I joined when I was very young. Was for me to reflect and to focus on myself. So the first thing I did when I got out of the military, or something I always wanted to do, I wrote a book. I wrote a book called "Nothing Is Louder Than Silence." It was my autobiography. It did pretty well. I actually got the nick of writing and I really liked writing. It actually felt like therapy to me because I don't like talking to people about my problems. So it really felt good and I felt like a lot of mental clarity from it. It felt like therapy. So then I wrote another book and then I wrote another book and I'm working on a book now. And I'm not doing it because I want to be a huge star and I want a ton of money from being an author. Honestly, it's for my mental health. If this might work for you guys, you don't have to be amazing writers, you don't have to be amazing artists. Just sometimes sitting down and writing out your thoughts, writing out your problems, writing out your past. If it's your past that's destroying your day, write it down. And it actually helps. And believe it or not, I kind of learned that from my mother. My mother's a mess. She had a really horrible childhood, child molestations, rapes, beatings, and stuff like that. And my mom used to get drunk every night and sit in the living room smoking a pack of cigarettes and drinking her old style beer with a lime on top with a little bit of salt. She called that a cocktail. She used to sit there and just write. She wasn't writing a book. She had notebooks and she would just write her story. And then she'd throw it away. She'd write it every night, just drunk as shit, crying on the couch, writing. And then she'd throw it away. I didn't understand what she was doing at the time. Sometimes she'd wake me up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and make me read some of the horrible shit that she wrote. That helped me write my first book about hers because I learned a lot about her from reading her horrible, horrible notes that she was taking about her own life. But it worked for her in a way because that was the way she was able to get it out. And so I kind of learned from her in that retrospect. So yeah, I mean, if that's something that may work for you guys, give it a shot. If you're interested in writing a book and you don't know how to, hit me up. I can help you with it. It's not that hard. You don't have to be a great writer. I'm not a great writer. I'm not even a great artist, like I said before. I just do it because it's good for my mental. It helps me express myself. It helps me with my PTSD. It helps me with socializing. So, that being said, this may help you as well. All right. Again, if you guys have any questions about it, I'm always here for you. Anyone who's suffering from any type of PTSD or mental issues, um, I'm related to everything. I got family members that's been to prison. I got family members that are in gangs, were in gangs. You know what I'm saying? I got friends. I got more friends that are killers in the civilian world than I do in the military world. That's a fact. I've lost more friends. Yeah, I've lost more friends in Chicago than I lost in the military. So that being said, I mean, I joined the army with PTSD just from my childhood growing up on the south side of Chicago. And a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, so again, not everything is about the military. A lot of it has to do with growing up in the streets, growing up in the struggle, growing up poor, growing up in gang-ridden areas, growing up where you live on one block and the next block over, there's a war going on. You can't leave in your neighborhood. You feel isolated. You feel scared. I grew up with all that. I know how all that is. And then your best friend gets shot. You know what I'm saying? I I had my friend shot right in the stomach while I was playing basketball with him in front of my house. You know what I'm saying? We were kids. I think we were like 11 or 12 years old. Right in front of me, shot right in the stomach. So, I mean, listen, that's stuff that happens. And a lot of you guys are seeing that every single day in the streets, and you don't know how to talk about it, and it's eating you up inside. I've experienced a lot of it. I know what it's all about. I know how it eats you up. So if you guys want to talk, I'm always here for you. Remember, you're not alone. There's always someone like minded, always someone with a little bit more that can help you come from the bottom, get to the top. So that's what I got for today on Common Underground. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to Donald Trump. It looks like he may win. Caesar, you're dope. Graffiti artist of the day. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll give you guys some more. Take care.